Welcome, guys. I want to make this video to showcase Athenascope. What is Athenascope? It's a web-based or downloadable program that uses AI to make highlights from your streams primarily, but if you download it, it will also pick up gameplay in general from supported games if you let it, whether you're streaming or not. Games such as Apex Legends, League of Legends, Overwatch, Warzone, Fortnite, Valorant, PUBG, Rocket League, Rogue Company, which is currently in beta, Rainbow Six Siege, even Fall Guys, which is currently in beta, Minecraft, and CSGO. From my experience, this usually picks up kills, assists, death, victories, and losses. They seem to be increasing their games and the game lists of how many are supported. I believe when I first saw it, it only had Apex, League, and Fortnite. So this is what it's going to look like when you first come into the Athenascope browser. Right here, it's gonna show the get highlights, but whatever else. You just keep scrolling down. They'll tell you how it kind of works and what kind of clips you'll see. They'll see that you can get videos featuring your top plays with music. I won't do it just in case. It tells you how to get your highlights in here. And I just wanted to show you what the page looks like without you logging in. It shows you clips of people trending League of Legends, Valorant, PUBG, etc. Rocket League trending. It keeps going down, and until you reach the bottom, and then it shows you their Twitter, their Instagram, Twitch, etc. And their about us careers. So maybe they need some help. If y'all are interested in that, they might have some there, and the usual things. But guys, let me log in and show you exactly how this looks when you're logged in. All right, guys, we've made it into the main page here of the Athenascope. So let's start from the top here. The Athenascope, obviously, the name. You get the get highlights page. It sends you to that, which will send you to see if you import or export or import the Facebook or Twitch. Get your little bell notification here. Talks about if my Twitch highlights are now safe to share. That's for the Twitch embargo, which we can talk about in a little bit. We also have the profile page. We got game sessions, playlist, showcase videos, pinned videos, another get highlights. So there's like 3, I think, because import video also sent you to the same place. If I'm not wrong. Yeah, so it sends you to the same spot. So you got like 3 different areas from where to do that, and you also have to download Athenascope in the settings. And so let's go down the list here. We got game sessions on this left side. We have the showcase videos. These are the videos that Athenascope will do for you if you make it into their highlights, which is right here, the showcases that they have. Basically, there's some requirements to get into them. I've never done it on purpose, but apparently I got into 3 of them. Which honestly they edited pretty well. I love this one specifically. I think I posted it on Twitter. Follow me there, Internal Cast, if you want. I posted it on Twitter, and it was such a great such a great clip. If I haven't posted it, I should post it. It is like an amazing music sync montage. Here's your playlist. I don't have any playlist because I just use it for clips. You have your What's New. You can click on that and it'll show you some release notes. Basically, they got Fall Guys beta. You got the need help, which is your chat with us on Discord, the help docs, the bareback screens, the OBS instructions, and email us. Bareback screens is more like they basically made like a little overlay for you to put your clips in while you're bareback, and they basically show your clips while you're gone, and then you can put them down when you come back. It also has OBS instructions on how to do that stuff, and also to how to stream to Athenascope itself. You get the supported games here. I've already pre-mentioned all of them. And then you also have the trending stuff. And then eventually you get to the bottom where you can follow their Instagram, their Twitter, their Twitch, and their Discord. And then they're about us and their careers. I don't really know if they're hiring right now, but if you're interested, you probably check that out and see if there's something there for sure. Anyways, guys, we've made it into the settings page here, and you can see some stuff, your regular profile, what your name. You can display your stuff on the social stuff on the profile, but I haven't actually done anything with the profile since I'm not necessarily a big part of the whole community within the Athenascope itself, but I mean, maybe at one point I will. More importantly, you can see here the stream info. This is something if you were to restream into Athena instead of importing or having it automatically import from Twitch or Facebook, this is where you would do it. It gives you the stream key and whatever, and the URL for it. I've not restreamed, but I have streamed into Athenascope because I had things that I needed to basically to send in there when I basically downloaded like a Twitch Facebook VOD when they didn't support Facebook yet, and I streamed it into the Athenascope and just to check it out. But anyways, I definitely want to work on getting this watermark out of my. You can't get rid of the watermark in the highlights, but you can get rid of the watermarks in your clips, and that is what I used this here, where it says watermark on clips. I turn that off. You should usually like highlight it on, but I turned it off. You can change your display name to whatever you want, always Facebook or always Twitch, depending on which one, or always Athenascope. I don't know. Let's see if that shows like that, but I just keep it on highlights. This will only show on highlights because I have the watermark on clips off. And then it shows the watermark display updated. But yeah, obviously the location of the where it is and whatever else. And here are the stream screens that I was talking to you guys about. Basically, there's a beer back and starting soon. I don't necessarily do that. I also don't have auto import on, but you can. Currently, they support Twitch and Facebook gaming, unless you do restreaming, where you would stream straight into Athenascope if you were to like do something else, like let's say YouTube, I guess, and they could do it that way. You could restream from to YouTube and to Athenascope, and that's one way to do it. Another way to do it would be if you were to have the Athenascope downloaded, but that doesn't capture your chat or anything like that. Like if it was in a stream, as far as I'm aware. But important as well here is that if you're a Twitch affiliate or a Twitch partner, you have here the embargo timer. Usually you have a 24-hour embargo for our Twitch content. So I've enabled it here, and it, according to the Athenascope staff member that I reached out to, he states that the Twitch embargo helps you comply with your agreement. It does this by hiding your highlights on site until the embargo timer expires so others can't see it, and limiting your sharing options on site until it expires. It will give you a message saying Twitch highlights are not yet available and to please check back later. So that's really, really important for everyone who is a Twitch affiliate and also a Twitch partner. You definitely don't want to be in breach of contract if for whatever reason Twitch decides to do that and mess with you because you put your content out there, especially like if you're some huge partner. But and then here's your notifications. I decided to get emails when my highlights are being created. But pretty good stuff here on the settings, especially the watermark. Especially watermarking on clips is really where I thought was the most important. If you didn't want to have a watermark on your clips, especially if you're making montages, that's usually pretty important to take off. It might just if you're not comfortable having Athenascope on the corner, or I think it also has your username on there. So definitely, I think good place to note. I don't think you can take this off anywhere else apart from settings. So just a good place to note where that is. All right, so let's go back to the main page. One big upside that you have for Athenascope, in my opinion, is that you don't have to have your browser open or any resources once you choose to import the video, the VODs. Like if you go to get highlights and import Twitch video here, or it also says Facebook. I don't know where the Facebook one is right now, but it'll say import Twitch video and also say import Facebook video. There it goes. But you don't have to actually wait for that to load. It'll take it. It'll take it in, and it'll do it by itself. And you can close the tabs. You can do whatever. It takes a little bit depending on what the size of the file is, and whatever else. And it doesn't have a timer exactly to tell you 100% when it's gonna be ready. But just you can just start it and just leave it alone for a little bit, and by the time you come back, it might be done, depending on the size, of course. So here I basically went to get highlights and hit this. This obviously would show connect. Here it shows me my Twitch streams that I just recently have done, and I don't know if I have no Facebook gaming videos because it's I changed the accounts, but that's why it doesn't show anything here, and it's also no videos yet. And you can change your connected account settings so that it picks it up. But here are the two streams that I had recently, and I can and it's just process because I already did them And by mistake, I should have probably waited to show y'all. And you can also click this on, and it'll automatically create highlights, so I don't have to go to the home page to do that. So we're back in the home screen here, and basically here's your game sessions that I was talking to you about. What's going to happen is it's going to show when it happened, and it's going to have a bar here. It's going to tell you when it's ready. But we're going to go into the clips themselves once they've already been completely imported. And here I'll show you Twitch manual import versus Facebook manual import. So those are the basic two. You can click there, and it will come up with the clips that you have at the time. So here we are with the clips. Luckily there's no sound playing, but here's some of my clips. It'll show you all your clips. So I don't know how many clips I have on this one. I can't remember the amount, but it's a decent amount. It'll pick up quite a bit. Not all of them are gonna be the greatest, of course, but that's why there's so many. Because so you have your fair share of whatever you want. But on the left side here, it'll show you when it would happen, the game session, if it was a manual import or automatic import, whatever else. If you want to autoplay the next video talking about these, then you can do that. You can sort by chronological or excellence. Not 100% sure what that means on the excellence side. I think that's just based on the AI's interpretation of how much action there is. Because if I just go to excellence, I mean, there's like a knockdown, a kill, and elimination, and then knockdown, 3 kills. But some of these, I don't know how they weighs the excellence part. And then you have the video types, whether it's highlights or clips, you can turn that on and off. If it's assists, what kind of event types you got, if you're bleeding out, eliminated, whatever else. Obviously, you can see there's other types like assist, knockdown, champion, victory, kill leader. I'm assuming either you become the kill leader or you kill the kill leader. Not sure about that one. Apparently, there's a none event. Not really sure what that's about. You get some revives where you revive your teammates. If you got revived or if the round ended. So pretty nifty of all the stuff you can pick from. But basically also, originally I had believed that whatever clip Athenascope got for you, it was the clip. Like that's all you had, right? I thought that was it. Okay, and it was kind of a bummer. I know you don't get as much control over what clips get chosen, but so here it shows you the main clip, and you can do the download, the deletes, whatever else. I think currently, let me see if I can show you. Oh, look, I'm clicking one of these, but let's say I click one of these, and it tells me the name of the clip or whatever else. Here you have the pin again, but this time instead of just share, download, delete, and I guess I had to play this or report a problem, you also have this button, which is not showing the name of, but it's called edit. And basically, it actually not just, it takes a big portion of the clip, of whatever the clip is. It's actually a bigger portion than it's currently shown on the video itself. So you can see here that I think it goes basically as long as 55 seconds. I think that's the largest amount that I've seen it go to is 55 seconds. And it shows you basically where the events are. So if you want to cut this off and you want to cut this off, you could just have the kill. If I want to cut that off and I want to cut that off, I would have to kill the kill. And all you would do is just click save video, and it will, for whatever reason, it won't work right now, but you can basically click the save video and it'll basically do it where it will reclip it for you. But we'll see here in a second where things are at. So for whatever reason, it wasn't working, but there it goes. I think it's just might be a messed up UI, a little bit of a UI or whatever. But so there you see that it changed it, and now it's only 10 seconds. But I can go back in whenever this is done reclipping, I guess. Give it a second here, guys. So there it goes. So basically, I can come back in here. Same clip. I have the same amount of time, same 55 seconds. I can now change it again. And name it something else and do click video, and it'll start preparing to reclip it. So, and then you can download it again. So basically you can get as many highlights as you want, or as many clips as you want from the same video, with whatever it's captured within that minute. So depending how long it takes to reclip, it may take a little bit, it may take longer. I think right now it's a little bit slow, but it's probably faster when it's not a heavy session. I think right now, considering what the time is, it may have a heavy traffic, and that's why it's taking so long to do that. But Let's see. So this is what, turns it off, and you don't want to see anything. You just want to see the highlights. That's what you can't, you can't, as far as I'm aware, you can't edit the highlights. So that's because it shows all the 18 endings and stuff like that. Well, that seems to about sum it up for at least the browser part. There also is the download Athenascope part. I guess let me show you the download version of the Athenascope here. So here we have the Athenascope thing itself. Here, this is the downloaded version. Like I said, this is a pretty, I don't know if it's in beta, but it's definitely early into its life. I think it was only made in 2018, so it's only 2 years, and it's using pretty advanced technologies. So here, this is after you've downloaded Athenascope by itself. I think you can click this and it'll open up the browser. So you guys can't see that, but if you click on the Athenascope name, it will open up the browser for you. You also have file. These two are just like very basic. It has the log out. So if you were to download this, you have to log in as well. I'm already logged in, so I didn't have to show you that part, but you can log out. And you also have the ability to run this at startup. Every time you restart your computer or turn it on, it will run at startup. It sometimes pops out already, like in your taskbar, but sometimes it's just hidden within your little taskbar where you can't see it, and you have to click it to point it out. But sometimes it will pop out just by itself, the Athenascope, and you can minimize it if you want to, or leave it up, whatever you want. You also have this always capture highlights button. You can have it clicked or unclicked. Usually, if it shows a supported game playing, like it'll detect the supported game playing, it will start to immediately capture whatever session is, and if it has any highlights. One thing about the downloaded version that I'm not really sure if I did something wrong, or if it's just the way it is that I couldn't tell Athenascope where to download, so it downloaded automatically into my C drive when I was going to put it in my D drive. Now, I don't know if that bothers anybody or not, but that is something that I found out when I was installing Athenascope onto my PC. So there's just that. There's also your name here. If you click that, it will also send you to Athenascope, but it'll send you to your browser. And apparently this time it sends you to your profile, and as you can heard it automatically started playing one of the highlights that I had right there. But let's continue on. Help just tells you the about, and you can go in there, but it doesn't do too much. It just tells you that it's basically, I can't show it on screen right now, but it gives you the what version it's on, and then it sends you to OBS and to the page and the team, or whatever license is. But anyways, let's continue on. We got the system audio, which is going to be the default, or whatever your default is for your PC. You can click on that and it will give you more options here, but it's always going to be defaulted to 0. I'm not sure if this is automatically turned off or not. I assume it is for whatever reason. And you can also click on that and pick whatever your source is. Resolution, I have it in 1080, but it's always going to default to 720 at 4000 bit rate. So that's current. This is how it would look if you were to currently just log in, and it would be just like this. The resolution, I can up it to 1080p, and the max bitrate is 9000. I haven't tried 9000 bitrate, but I tried 1080p at 6000, which is what it automatically turns it on. If you tried something else, like I think 840 does 4000, and then 720 does 4000, and see, it automatically turns to 6000 bitrate for 1080p resolution, and it starts capturing that. It doesn't seem to be very intensive on your CPU. I don't know how it does picks it up, and how it sends it to the server necessarily, because I tried 1080p at 6000, and it didn't. I was checking my my task manager, and it didn't really pass over 3% CPU usage, the program. So I'm not sure how it does that. Originally, I was also confused. I wasn't sure if it was going to give me the highlights in a file in a folder somewhere, because it didn't say where it was going to take the files. But so what happens is, whatever is captured, and it'll keep capturing until it notices that the supported game is turned off. Once the supported game is turned off, it will send whatever it captured to the Athenascope website, and it will immediately start capturing whatever highlights and clips that it has decided would be great. So it seems to be like a pretty cool program if you want to run into in the background. It doesn't necessarily work for me. I wouldn't do it because I just enjoy using the browser. I feel like this is a nice little feature, but the browser works for me just fine. With another Athena spokesperson, they let me know that it currently only does 30 FPS for their clips. It only does 30 FPS, but they're working on getting that upgraded soon. So hopefully you'll see some 1080p 60 FPS clips coming out of that to all the people that, edit and whatever else you want to do with that. So the only way to have Athenascope stop running in the background will be to hit exit here. If you try to hit the X on the program, it will give you a notice saying that it will continue running in the background. So if you ever need to completely shut it down, you want to hit File, Exit. I don't have a 1440p or 4K monitor, but I would assume that this may go higher than that if you have that such monitor. If not, then it's definitely capped at 1080 for now. I'm sure that later on they'll definitely add higher resolutions and you probably even higher bit rates than that. But considering how young of a project this is, currently I think it's maxed at, at least for me, with my current monitors is 1080p, and I think definitely 9000 bit rate. But definitely something you want to keep on watching because it's a pretty good program. It picks decent clips. Obviously, you don't have the flexibility of you going through your clips alone, but if you weren't even getting your clips to begin with from your streams, then this provides a great service for you guys to just find some really cool little clips to show on Twitter, to show on Instagram, wherever else. So obviously it doesn't give you the most control, but at least it's something if you don't have anything. And if you do have some things and you want to just do quick clips, definitely also helps. This only captures whatever the AI thinks is actionable. So it may not catch some funny fails, whatever else. You still need to find those on your own. But not too many cons in my opinion. The only other con that I could really think of was, the imports don't have a timer and it won't tell you until, when it's done. It doesn't give you an accurate representation of how long it's going to take for it to be done. But that's because it varies depending on game, the type of import, whether it's imported manually, automatically, from where, the amount of traffic at the time to the website. But they let me know that they're currently working on trying to improve the progress bar at this time. So guys, if you're interested in this at all, definitely check it out. It's free. Okay, it's free. So you don't even have to pay for it at all. I think that's also one of the best pros you got for sure. And it captures a very good amount of clips. I don't stream longer than about 3 hours, 3.5 hours max. I don't even know if I've gone to 4 hours, but look how many clips this AI has got for me. It has 2 highlights, 51 clips, 70 highlights, or 70 clips, 78 clips, 56 clips. I don't even know what to do with this many clips, but I'll definitely look through them all and pick the best ones out. And like I said, it'll show you some pretty good videos here, and they'll make your own. I happen to get into 3 of them, but very friendly staff as well. So guys, thank y'all for watching. Hopefully this has been a good video for y'all to understand what Athenascope is and does, and if it'll help you out on your streaming journey. But thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time, guys.